7 tricks to read anyone. Most people are blind, not physically, but perceptually. They walk through life listening to what people say while completely ignoring what people do. They take words at face value, trust the surface, and wonder why they keep getting burned. Words are easy to fake. Anyone can lie. Politicians do it on television. Friends do it over dinner. Strangers do it in job interviews. Language is a tool, and like any tool, it can be weaponized. But the body? The body screams the truth. The human body evolved over hundreds of thousands of years before language even existed. Long before we had words, we had signals. Posture, gesture, eye movement, micro-expression. Those signals are still firing every second of every conversation. They are hardwired, they are involuntary, and most people have no idea they are broadcasting them. If you know where to look, you can read a person's intentions, their fears, and their secrets before they even open their mouth. You can walk into a room and instantly know who respects you, who resents you, and who is pretending to be something they are not. You stop being reactive and start being 3 steps ahead. Today, we turn you into an observer. Here are 7 dark psychology tricks to read anyone instantly. Welcome to the Obsidian Mind. Trick 1. The feet. Direction of interest. Let's start from the ground up, because that is where the truth lives. The feet are the most honest part of the human body. The reason is simple. From childhood, we are coached to manage our expressions. Smile when you're uncomfortable. Make eye contact when you're lying. Nod to appear engaged. We have been trained, socially and professionally, to control everything from the shoulders up. But nobody ever told you to manage your feet, so they move freely, responding directly to what the subconscious mind actually wants. When you are in a conversation, steal a glance downward. If someone's torso is facing you, but their feet are angled toward the exit, the conversation is already over in their mind. They are physically tolerating you while mentally they have already left the room. If their feet are pointed toward a specific person in the group, that is the person commanding their true attention, regardless of who they are speaking to. Follow the feet, and you will always find the truth. Trick 2. The eyebrow flash. Recognition. This one is primal, ancient. It bypasses every social filter a person has. When we encounter someone we like, someone we feel safe with, or someone we are genuinely happy to see, the brain triggers an involuntary response, a rapid quarter-second raise of both eyebrows. Researchers call it the eyebrow flash. It happens before conscious thought can intervene. It is pure biological approval. Pay close attention the next time you approach someone. In that first fraction of a second, before they compose their greeting, before the smile appears, watch the brow line. If their eyebrows lift briefly, you are welcome. If the brows stay flat, or worse, furrow downward even for a moment, their subconscious has already registered something negative. It does not matter what their mouth says next. "Oh my gosh, so great to see you," means nothing if the brow flash was absent. The biology already told the story. Watch the brows. They do not know how to lie. Trick 3. The freeze response. Deception. Here is one of the most dangerous myths in body language, that liars fidget. That nervous movement equals deception. This is what amateurs believe, and it is why amateurs get fooled. Amateurs fidget. Experienced liars freeze. When the brain is actively constructing a fabrication, it consumes an enormous amount of cognitive energy. The prefrontal cortex is working overtime, managing the lie, tracking what the listener knows, maintaining consistency with previous statements. To free up that processing power, the brain sends a command to the body. Be still. Unnecessary movement shuts down. Blinking slows. The head stops tilting. The hands go quiet. This is the fight or flight response redirected inward. If someone suddenly becomes unnaturally still mid-conversation, if they lock eyes with you with an almost mechanical steadiness and cease the normal, casual movement of a comfortable person, pay attention. That stillness is not calm. That stillness is computation. They are likely constructing something in real time and delivering it directly to your face. The affiliate plug. The laws of human nature. Reading people is not a magic trick. It is not intuition. It is a science. And the master architect of that science is Robert Greene. You may have read The 48 Laws of Power. You understand strategy, but strategy without psychology is incomplete. The next step is The Laws of Human Nature, Greene's most ambitious work. It dissects why people do what they do at the deepest level, the narcissism hiding behind generosity, the envy dressed up as criticism, the irrationality masquerading as logic. It gives you the cipher to decode every person in your life. I have linked the audiobook in the description. Listen to it once, and you will never be confused by human behavior again. Trick 4. The hands. Open versus closed. The hands are the second most expressive part of the human body, and they have been signaling trust and threat since before civilization existed. Open palms are one of our oldest nonverbal signals. In prehistoric terms, open hands meant, I am unarmed. I am not a threat. That wiring is still active in the modern brain. When someone speaks to you with their palms visible and gestures openly, their subconscious is saying, I have nothing to hide. Conversely, closed fists, arms crossed over the torso, hands slipped into pockets, or hands retreating beneath a table right before a sensitive question is answered. These are the body's defensive formations. Watch when the shift happens. If someone's hands were visible throughout a conversation and suddenly disappear the moment you ask something specific, note it. The timing of the change is the tell. Trick 5. The micro-expression, the leak. Before a person puts on their social mask, there is a flash, a raw, unfiltered signal that lasts less than half a second, sometimes as brief as 1/15 of a second. This is the micro-expression, and it cannot be suppressed. It fires before the conscious mind can intercept it. You tell someone a story you are proud of. For 0.1 seconds, before the supportive nod appears, you catch a flicker of contempt pulling at the corner of their mouth. Trust that flicker. It was the truth. Everything after that was the performance. Micro-expressions most commonly surface around the eyes and mouth. A flash of disgust, a twitch of fear, a momentary sneer buried under a smile. Training yourself to catch them takes practice, but the first step is simply knowing they exist and choosing to look for them. Stop watching people's masks. Watch the moment before the mask goes on. Trick 6. Copycat. Rapport and influence. Here is how you take the temperature of a room without saying a word. People subconsciously mirror those they respect, admire, or want validation from. It is a deeply embedded social behavior, a way the nervous system signals alignment. Watch what happens when you deliberately make a physical movement in a group. Cross your legs. Take a sip of your drink. Lean back. Then observe. The people who replicate your movement within the next 30 to 60 seconds are the people who are tracking you, consciously or not. They are tuned to your frequency. They are seeking your approval. That is real influence, and it costs you nothing to measure it. If nobody mirrors you, that is information too. You have not yet established gravity in the room. You know what to work on. Trick 7. The silence. Hack. This may be the most powerful weapon on this entire list, and it requires zero skill to execute. Ask a question, receive a partial answer. Then, do not speak. Hold eye contact. Keep your expression neutral and patient. Wait. The silence will become unbearable to them. Human beings are neurologically wired to fill silence in conversation. It feels like a social failure, a void that demands to be closed. The pressure will mount within seconds, and they will begin talking again to relieve it. What comes out in that second wave, that unrehearsed continuation, is almost always the more honest version. The first answer was composed. The second answer is instinct. The thing they were editing out will often come tumbling forward simply because you refuse to rescue them from the quiet. Silence is not emptiness. It is pressure. Learn to apply it. The world is saturated with signals. Every person you meet is broadcasting their real thoughts, their real feelings, and their real intentions on a frequency most people are too distracted to notice. They are busy listening to the noise, the words, the excuses, the performances. While the signal plays on, unheard, you now have the tools to tune in. Watch the feet, watch the hands, watch the brow in that first fraction of a second. Catch the flash before the mask. Apply the silence and let the truth pour into it. Stop being an audience to the performance and start reading the rehearsal happening underneath it. The people who understand human nature are never caught off guard. They are never manipulated. They are never confused by the behavior of the people around them because they stopped taking people at their word and started reading them at their core. Like and subscribe to unlock your mind.